For me, it has to do with drawing, and drawing is a way of thinking. So I work with charcoal because you can adjust it, you can change it, it's provisional, and there's a way in which you can use the activity of drawing, the physical activity of drawing, as a way of generating thinking. In a studio, it's very natural to be full of doubt and uncertainty, and to say one starts with uncertainty and you take fragments and you rearrange them, and then a possible provisional truth is sent out into the world, the drawing, the film, the song. And that for me is a model of how we could understand the world. The animated film started from working in charcoal. And in working in charcoal drawing, I was always interested in how a drawing came to be. You start with a blank sheet of paper, and as you work, the charcoal marks accumulate and become the drawing. And the film started as a record of a drawing coming into being, the different stages of drawing and erasing. And then I realized one could keep the drawing and keep the animation continuing. And that was the start of the films, rather than a specific story or narrative. I think it would be very difficult to live in South Africa and be unaware of social injustices. You would have to have a very particular kind of blindness. And the difficulty is to say, how does this come in without it destroying the work itself? And so it has to come in sideways and in elliptical ways, without having a message to give, without having necessarily a final viewpoint. There's an impulse behind it, certainly. So it comes into a lot of the works that I'm doing, but always with an openness as to how that will work both formally with the form of making a film and with personal histories and stories. And I think it's this open-endedness that makes one more open to receive what the films have to offer. I've been in Johannesburg for all 64 years of my life, so there must be something that keeps me there. And I think it has to do with the nature, two things. It has to do with the nature of particular collaborators, musicians, people in the film world, all the people that I work with, which has taken many years of gathering those forces around to have the flexibility to work as I do. But the other is one has a sense that, for better or for worse, most probably for worse, Johannesburg is an anticipation of many things in the world, of formal economies declining, of informal economies swallowing and taking up extra space, of what happens to a city when it can't quite live the good life of a wealthy European city, but is going to be the way cities are in so many other parts of the world, that all those roughnesses are sharpening of how one understands the world. Okay? Yep. This one? Okay.
What is this project?
Oh, this is a project on fortune telling, on the Sibyl, on prophecy. And yeah, okay, let's clear this. Yeah, there's plenty big enough for the book. Yes, a tick, 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 tick. Yeah. Just get all the little pins away.
Can I have your tissue?
Yes. And did anyone have interesting things to say? Okay. So we need to zoom in more.
What is this project?
Oh, this is a project on the speed we wanted. Enze, T, turn it at an angle. Do it from this side here. Pull the whole thing along. Pull the whole thing along a bit this way. So go from here. Okay?
Yeah. Running.
And I mean, it was very nice because it's a great luxury. It's a great luxury fabric. Merino is much more expensive than wool, and it dyes much less. It absorbs the dye quickly, and it doesn't.